The Protection and Policy Meeting for April 29th, 2019 in room, not 207. Yes, we're 207, aren't we? Yes, 207 is now in session. Before we get going, just two things. One, what we do here at the committee is make a recommendation to the council, which meets next Tuesday, 6 o'clock in the room right next door. So if you don't like our recommendation, you have the option of showing up and appealing to the whole council and making your case. So just let me know, and I'll make sure that item gets pulled and the floor gets opened, and you can address the council. And then secondly, I'm still getting radiated, so I might be making several dashes out of here, in which case, please excuse me. I'll be back as quick as I can. Alder Stevens, as vice chair, will be in charge, so just keep on rolling. And we still have a quorum, so with that, let us do the roll call. Alder Stevens.
Here.
Alder Vanderleest.
Present.
Alder Stoyer is excused. In place is Alder Johnson.
Here.
And myself, Alder Scannell. The gang's all here.
Approval of the agenda.
I'll take a motion to approve our agenda for April 29th, 2019. Motion approved by Alder Vanderleest, seconded by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
Approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Motion by Alder Johnson, second by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
Regular business.
On to regular business. Item number one, consideration with possible action on a request by Smoky Ridge Barbecue at 2850 Humboldt Road to extend their licensed premises to their parking lot on May 18th, 2019 from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. for a one-year anniversary party. Staff?
No objection from the law department.
We're just wanting to confirm they'll have security or some type of security outdoors.
Is there anybody here who could speak on this?
Motion open the floor.
Motion to open the floor. Just come up, please. If you could fill out, is there a pen by that?
There is.
Fill out that form, okay? And get that to our legal when you get the chance, before you leave.
Okay.
Please state your name and address.
Hi, I'm Natasha Gilmore. Hi, I'm the general manager at Smoky Ridge Barbecue. Hi, guys.
Okay.
Finish opening the floor.
Oh, we didn't open the floor? Oh, you made a motion to open the floor. Motion to open the floor by Alder Johnson, seconded by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, floor is now open, please.
Hi. So we've submitted this. It's a big opportunity for our restaurant to meet the community that's surrounding us. We've been here at our location for a year. It's been awesome. So that night, we just want to offer a band for our guests. We'll be open for our normal hours, 4 to 9. And we will be offering live music for our guests outside. And we'll be offering, we have extended staff between Julie's Cafe, our place, and Brick House, so we'll have extra staff that night for security outside, securing the premises. I think we'll have a snow fence blocking off the parking lot so nobody can take anything outside.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else from anyone?
Motion to approve.
Well, so gotta close the floor first. Anything else you care to add?
That-
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Just make sure you get, yeah. Take a motion to close the floor. Motion by Alder Vanderleest, seconded by Alder Stevens. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, what are your wishes?
Motion approved.
Motion to approve by Alder Vanderleest, second by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. That passes unanimously. Item number 2.
Consideration of possible action on request.
Oh, I was just waiting, if you're
Yeah,
ready.
we're
okay.
there.
Okay. Consideration with possible action on a request by Pepper at 114 South Broadway to extend their licensed premises to their parking lot on May 18th for a charity event. Staff?
No objection from the law department. One point of clarification though, this does require stipulation, if it is approved, that it will be done so pending the actual issuance of the liquor license, which is pending till May.
So they don't have the liquor license?
They're opening in May.
They're opening in May. And that'll be, okay, yep.
Police were just wondering the times and once again if they'd have security on the lot.
Anybody here for this item?
I see in her request, it says that she'll have 2 additional security personnel.
Okay.
Okay, what's your wishes?
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Alder Vanderleest.
Second?
Second by Alder Johnson. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. On to item 3. Ready?
Yes.
Consideration with possible action on a request by Anduzzi Sports Club at 900 Kepler Drive to extend their license premises to the parking lot on July 25th through the 28th with music until 11 p.m. for Anduzzi Fest. Staff?
No objection from the law department.
Once again, police just want to make sure there's adequate security out in the parking lot for the event.
Anybody here for this item?
I do know in the past they do have security out there and fencing. I just want to make sure it's being done again this year.
Right, this is for July, so we could hold it until you're sure.
I mean, in her letter, she says that they'll have a fenced-in area with security monitoring on the premise.
That's satisfactory.
Okay.
I know they're good with their security.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Alder Stevens.
Second?
Second by Alder Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Item 4. Consideration with possible action on a change of agent for PH Hospitality Group LLC at 859 Lombardi Avenue. Staff?
No objection from the law department.
Please concur.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Alder Vanderleest. Second by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Five. Consideration with possible action on a renewal application for a Class B beer license by PH Hospitality Group LLC at 859 Lombardi Avenue, pending the approval of the change of agent at the May 7th Common Council meeting.
No objection.
Please concur.
Motion to approve by Alder Vanderleest, second by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Six.
Yes.
Consideration with possible action on a change of agent for Stadium View LLC at 1023 Tony Canadeo Run. Staff?
No objection from the law department.
Please concur.
Motion by Alder Vanderleest to approve, seconded by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that passes unanimously. Seven, consideration with possible action on a renewal application for a Class B combination license for Stadium View LLC at 1023 Tony Canadeo Run, pending the approval of the change of agent at the May 7th Common Council meeting.
No objection.
Please concur.
Motion to approve by Alder Vanderleest, seconded by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that too passes unanimously. 8, consideration with possible action on a change of agent for Pizza Parlor, Inc. at 709 Bellevue Street. Staff?
No objection.
Please concur.
Motion.
Motion approved by Alder Stevens,
Second.
seconded by Alder Vanderleest. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously.
Is it in your district?
Okay, number 9, consideration of possible action on a renewal application for a Class B combination license for Pizza Parlor, Inc. at 709 Bellevue, pending the approval of the change of agent at the May 7th Common Council meeting. Staff?
No objection from the law department.
Please concur.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Alder Stevens, second by Alder Vanderleest. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. 10, consideration with possible action on a change of agent for Apple Hospitality Group LLC at 2420 East Mason Street with an effective date of July 1st, 2019.
No objection from all permit.
Please concur.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Alder Vanderleest.
Second.
Second by Alder Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That too passes unanimously. Consideration, number 11, with possible action on a renewal application for a Class B combination license for Apple Hospitality Group, LLC at 2420 East Mason Street, pending the approval of the change of agent at the May 7th Common Council meeting.
No objection from all.
Please concur.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Alder Vanderleest. Second by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Item 12, consideration of possible action on an application for the 2019-2020 license year for a Class A beer and a Class A liquor, cider only, for Van Zeeland Oil Company, Inc. at 601 North Military Avenue, with a licensed premise as convenience store, gas station, one-store building, 40 feet by 60 feet. Currently, applicants holds as a Class A beer and a Class A liquor license at this location.
No objection from all.
Please concur again.
Motion to approve by Alder Vanderleest. Second by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. 13, consideration with possible action on an application for a Class A liquor and Class A beer license by ASN Petroleum, Inc. at 1335 Main Street, currently licensed as Main Street, Inc.
No objection from all.
Please concur.
Motion to approve by Alder Stevens.
Second.
Second by Alder Vanderleest. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. 14, consideration with possible action on a renewal application for a Class A liquor and Class A beer license by ASN Petroleum, Inc. at 1335 Main Street, pending the approval of the original application at the May 7th Common Council meeting. Staff?
No objection from all.
Please concur again.
Motion to approve by Alder Stevens.
Second.
Second by Alder Vanderleest. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously.
Just so I got that right, it was Alder Stevens and then Alder Rondo the second.
Yep. I see that. Yep. I don't know if it matters. Does it matter if they're out of order? 16, 15? Got a 15, 16? Yeah. I'm just going to read it off as is. Item number 16, consideration with possible action on an application for a Class A liquor and a Class A beer license by Simmer Liquor and Grocery LLC at 1020 North Irwin Ave, currently licensed as MMS Enterprises LLC. Staff?
No objection from all.
Please concur.
Motion to approve by Alder Stevens.
Second.
Seconded by Alder Vanderleest. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously.
Okay.
15, consideration with possible action on a renewal application for a Class A liquor and a Class A beer by Simmer Liquor and Grocery LLC at 1020 North Irwin Ave, pending the approval of the original application at the May 7th Common Council meeting.
No objection from all.
Please concur.
Motion approved by Alder Stevens, seconded by Alder Vanderleest. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimously. I don't think we've ever had this many in one meeting. 17, consideration with possible action on an application for a Class B combination license by V3 LLC at 2056 Main Street with a licensed premises as bar, kitchen, storage room, walk-in cooler. Currently licensed as V3 Entertainment LLC. Staff?
The police have some concerns. This previously tried to be licensed. That got denied or brought back because Mr. McLeod was on it. My understanding is now his brother-in-law, who used to be the owner, is taking over, and he'll be the license holder, but Mr. McLeod will be the manager. So we do have some concerns based on when Mr. McLeod attempted to get the license.
Is there anyone here for this item?
Motion to approve.
Motion to open the floor by Alder Stevens, seconded by Alder Vanderleest. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, floor's now open. Come on up. Make sure you fill out the form, please, before you go, and hand that in to staff, and state your name and address.
Chris Knudsen, 1754 Maxwell Court, Napier. So I currently hold the license now. I currently own it. I will continue to own it.
Okay, but please address the...
Jerry, my brother-in-law, is going to be a part of it to help me with it. I'll still be involved in the daily operations like I am now. We're just restructuring and bringing him into it. So I'll still be there. I'm just not going to be there 24 hours a day because I have more than one place to run. So.
That said, our concern was to make sure you're still a part of
Yeah.
the business.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Any questions? Anything else you care to add? Cool.
No, I'm good.
Thanks. Motion to close the floor by Alder Vanderleest,
Second?
second by Alder Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
What are your wishes?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Alder Vanderleest.
Second.
Second by Alder Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Item 18.
Yes.
Consideration with possible action on a renewal application for a Class B combination license for V3 LLC at 2056 Main Street, pending the approval of the original application at the May 7th Common Council meeting, currently licensed as V3 Entertainment LLC. Staff?
No objection from all.
We concur.
Motion approved.
Motion approved by Alder Stevens, seconded by Alder Vanderleest. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Number 19, consideration of possible action on an application for a Class B combination license by Taqueria Michoacan and Bar LLC at 1207 East Mason Street with a licensed premises as full Mexican restaurant and bar behind storage room. Currently licensed as an individual ownership by Ricarda Vargas. Yeah?
No objection.
Please concur.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Alder Vanderleest.
Second.
Second by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Number 20, Alder Stevens.
Consideration with possible action on the renewal application for a Class B combination license for, what's that?
Taqueria Michoacan.
Thank you. In Bar LLC at 1207 East Mason Street, pending the approval of the original application at the May 7 Common Council meeting. Currently licensed as an individual ownership for Ricarda Vargas?
Ricardo.
Staff?
No objection.
Please concur.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay.
Aye. Passes unanimously. Passes. Unanimous. There we go.
Say that word again?
Unanimous. Unanimous. We got it. Tongue tired.
Right. Consideration of possible action on the application for a Class B combination license for Taco Burrito Mexico of Green Bay LLC at 1657 Main Street with a licensed premise as inside counter, above counter, and next to counter in boxes and dine-in area. Currently licensed by Verado
Curio.
Curio. Thank you. Staff?
No objection.
Please concur.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved.
Who seconded that?
22, consideration with possible action on the renewal application for a Class B combination license for Taco Burrito Mexico at Green Bay LLC at 1657 Main Street, pending the approval of the original application at the May 7 Common Council meeting. Staff?
No objection.
Please concur.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Consideration with possible action on the request of Republic Chop House, Inc. at 218 North Adams Street to amend their licensed premise to include an outdoor covered seating area with a 48-inch fence to allow a waiver in the requirement of the ordinance for fencing. Requires 2/3 vote by council. Staff?
No objection from all.
Please concur.
Motion to approve.
Second. See, Pat's here, did you want to talk about that? Okay.
Unless there was any objection.
No.
Motion approved. Motion approved.
I have a motion and a second.
You did.
Aye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Consideration with possible action on a renewal application for a Class B combination license for Republic Chop House, Inc. at 218 North Adams Street, pending the approval of the amendment to the license to include the covered patio, outside patio. Staff?
No objection.
Please concur.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion approved by Alder Vanderleest, second by Alder Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. That was 24.
Yes.
26.
All right, 25.
25.
Consideration with possible action on a renewal application for a Class B combination license for the 2019-2020 license year for Funky's BC's LLC at 617 Lime Kiln Road with the addition of basement to the licensed premises description. Staff?
No objection.
Please concur.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Alder Vanderleest.
Second.
Second by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Down in the basement. 26, consideration with possible action on the renewal applications for various liquor and/or beer licenses for the 2019-2020 license year.
No objection on any of these applications.
Please concur on those.
Anybody, a motion to approve by Alder Vanderleest? Second by Alder Stevens, all in favor?
Aye.
Oh, you wanna
Sorry,
see
I
it?
just want to scan this real
Yep,
quick.
you didn't have a chance to look at that beforehand, so yep, we'll give you, we'll give you 10 seconds.
How many pages? 11 pages. Well, you can pass it with 3 votes.
You wanna abstain, or?
Well, I just want to be sure there's nothing I should abstain from, but you got 3 votes. So you're
Oh,
good.
yep, okay. Well, I have to, you have to be registered as something.
It's a Sue.
Can you register as abstain?
You could always abstain at council. This is just a recommendation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. We're good, yeah.
Okay. So all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So that'll pass unanimously for now. '27, consideration with possible action on a renewal application for a Class B combination license for the 2019-2020 license by El Presidente Green Bay LLC at 2019 North Washington Street. Staff?
The law department at this time is recommending non-renewal on this license. There have been a number of issues that have occurred at this location. I will let Liz speak to those in greater detail, but there have been a number of issues with maintaining a disorderly house, selling alcohol to minors, having intoxicated people. There's been a number of fines.
Over-serving?
Yes, so there's just been a number of issues with this property. There's been opportunities for correction, and those haven't been met well. And there have been a number of citations that have resulted on this property as well. So law cannot recommend renewal at this time.
The police department objects as well. In front of me, there's just approximately 34 reports, and these are just reports that we wrote paper to, not the number of calls we've been there. Over the past year, some basic things on his renewal application. It states that he hasn't been convicted of any ordinances of any county or municipality. Then in fact, of June of last year, he was convicted of a disorderly house and allowing underage people on premise. So he lied on his application. Last summer, they had a security company, an entertainment company that wasn't the best. We pulled them in, talked to them to try and work with them to solve the problem. The problem really wasn't solved, so then we had a nuisance abatement meeting with the actual owners of the building to work with Marco, who was leasing it. That didn't seem to solve the problem. The state ATF had to come in and seize and destroy over $2,000 worth of liquor that was illegally purchased. It was not purchased through a distributor. I believe some of the receipts were from Woodman's, Walmart, various other places where they weren't purchasing their alcohol properly. The state did give them a warning for that since they seized and destroyed quite a large dollar amount of liquor. We have had problems open after hours. When I used to be on night shift, one of the first nights they were open, it was 3:30 in the morning and they were still open serving. We've had numerous underage drinkers there, drug sales on premise. We've worked with other bars that have had issues, and the other bars work with us and they don't have issues. We've devoted an absorbent amount of time, resources, and money trying to get El Presidente to work with them to solve all the issues. And it seems no matter what we do, it doesn't work, or they aren't willing to do that. Officer Rager here is one of the night shift officers from that district. If you have any questions, he could speak to you about all the issues that he's there seeing at nighttime. From what I've been told, every Friday and Saturday night, they pretty much park right downtown waiting because they know there's going to be disturbances and fights. It hasn't been adjudicated, but there was another huge one just this past weekend, multiple people out in the street. So for all those reasons, we're recommending non-renewal of the license. Based on that, we've worked with them, we've tried getting them in compliance, and it doesn't seem to work.
And I'll pitch in now that a number of businesses on Washington Street have contacted me about this. And if they didn't speak up about, they would like to see the license non-renewed, they expressed some very grave concerns and certainly wouldn't be unhappy if it wasn't non-renewed. So there were a number of businesses that contacted me about this, and most of them were very much against renewing that license. Washington Street has had its share of troubles. We've worked hard to clean it all up, and they're very concerned about slipping back into those ways. A lot of those businesses, they're really proud of and happy to be where they are now, and they don't want to regret having come downtown and things got cleaned up and now we slide back. So that's from the businesses in the area. I'll save my comments for later. If there's anyone here who cares to speak on this? No? Okay, well then, I certainly am not in favor of renewing that license either. So I'll make the motion to not renew. Seconded by Alder Stevens. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, passes unanimously. '28, consideration with possible action on a renewal application for the 2019-2020 license year for a Class B combination license for James Van Boxel at 1235 Main Street. Staff?
Law Department is recommending non-renewal at this time based on the fact that it is not in operation.
Please concurs with law.
Is there anybody here on this item?
Motion to open the floor?
Motion open the floor by Alder Johnson. Seconded by Alder Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, the floor is now open. If you could come up and state your name and address, and also if you could fill out the paper form and get it to staff before you leave.
There's no more left here.
Oh, Are we, we could just, yeah,
I am James T. Van Boxel from the Boxes Bar. It was shut down for a year, and I'm thinking about opening it back up. So that's why I'm here.
okay. And there were, I'm trying to understand from staff, the reason is that it was closed for a year?
It has been closed for a very long time.
Hi.
And the city is currently out of liquor licenses. And so at this point, we're just holding one in limbo.
So to open up again, so basically they lost the license because of the length of time?
It
And
is
they-
subject to revocation or non-renewal based on the fact that it is not in operation.
And I didn't know that, so
Yeah. So the option would be to just apply again for a new one, right? Which unfortunately now comes with a price tag, correct?
So right now he is asking for the renewal of it. So that is what you guys are have in front of you. If it is not renewed, then yes, when he is ready to open the bar again, he would have to come back and reapply.
see, I did send a check in to pay for the license.
Okay. What is the purpose of non-renewing after a certain time? I mean, I thought after a certain time it was just gone, but it's still possible to renew after,
It's my interpretation that if you're not open for a certain amount, the city could go to revoke the license and get the license back. Since we're at renewal time, I guess it's easier just to do the non-renewal instead of file the complaint to go for revocation of the license. Since we're at this time of year, that the non-renewal is an easier path to
right,
take.
right. So if they didn't show up, it would be just non-renewed and we'd get it back in, okay. But since they are here, is there any reason from past experience that we're aware of that there's an issue with this bar at all or anything?
I'm not sure that there's an issue with the bar itself. It's more just having liquor licenses attached to facilities that are not actually in operation.
Operation. Right, all right. And you are going to get it back in operation, that's the
I'm
purpose?
thinking of, yes.
Can you give us a time frame on that?
I'd say probably 2 months.
2 months.
So when you say you're thinking about it, how firm is that?
Well, it is for sale. I have it for sale also. So I'm sure that it'll be open in 2 months.
If we did renew this and it wasn't open in 2 months, we didn't have to go through the process of revoking it?
Correct.
Is there a way to approve it with a contingency?
No. We never been able to do it before.
We can do that at the initial application, but at this point, it's already been established. It's already
You want to say something? Say something.
No, I'm just waiting.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. If we had followed procedures, you probably would have lost the license already, but you would have known that and could have appealed it, right?
And we
So,
had the license since 1972 when my parents owned the bar.
okay.
Quick question for James.
Certainly.
James, do you think you'd have it open in 60 days? Would it be running in 60 days?
Yes.
I think he's gonna have it running, if it's gonna be going in 60 days. I would say if they've had the license that many years, I would say give them a chance. My thought.
Is your getting it up and running contingent at all upon its sale?
It's still for sale, yes. But,
Right, but you'll get
yeah.
it up and running even if it doesn't sell?
Correct.
Any other questions?
Can I just say something?
Please state your name and address.
Oh, yeah, Sadiq Husseinov, 3415 Hilltop Way, apartment 24, Green Bay, Wisconsin, 54301. But I'm his neighbor and also kind of close friend, but the reason that it was put on for sale, it was health condition at that time, but he seems to be getting approved to get out, so he's actually, like you can tell, he's up and running. faster than me, so we were hoping that because of that, he's actually concerned about the fact that, okay, I want to actually keep going instead of being forced that, oh, I should sell it because of my health condition. So,
And
doctors
actually,
actually proven him
Uh-huh.
to get out, so.
and actually, the city kind of did a nasty to me because they made an offer on my property. Because they want to put the trail through there.
Oh,
Because
Right.
it'll finish up the trail
Right.
behind East High, come past
Mhm.
me.
mhm.
But then when they got to the Golden House, they said they weren't gonna sell either. And we know that all the houses from my bar heading north, the city bought up all those houses already.
Mhm.
So I don't know for what reason or for whatever, but I think it's to end the trail, because I think when it gets to Procter and Gamble, that would connect everything.
Right, and then they're hoping to, well, that's a whole nother.
Well, they
issue.
gave me a price, and then I gave them a price, and then they tucked it in, they didn't do anything.
Okay, so,
Of
well,
course, this is when Mayor Schmidt was in too, so.
right, well, I mean, I don't think the city's doing any nasty, the city was interested in acquiring your property, made an offer, you didn't like it, and that's your,
Yeah.
option, and I don't think the city's trying to, we don't have any designs to force you out or anything like that, that certainly is not the issue here.
Well, I knew that they were gonna tear down my building.
Right,
So-
if they would have bought it,
Right,
right.
but the land from me next to the river belongs to Daryl Gregg.
Oh, so maybe that's,
He owns like a little patch over there, like,
Mhm.
it was involved with it from years ago when WGNR was there, and they had their old junk store, that was part of the junk store. So when he got it from WGNR, that was all included in there.
mm,
So then he put up barricades and everything else.
okay. Well, it was good to know that their medical reasons played a role
Thank
in the gap here, why you weren't open and so on. Thanks for imparting that, that's good to know. Anything else from anyone? Anything else you care to add?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. Yep, please come up and state your name and address. Make sure you fill out that form, or paper.
I'll use a cardboard, that's okay. Don, 840 South
You're
Broadway.
such a
Green Bay.
cardboard.
And I don't come here to speak very much for people during these meetings, but I do come to all the meetings. And I've been Tavern League president for about a couple of years now. So if I were to speak on the integrity of somebody, it'd be that man right there. I've only known him for a short time, but he's been nothing but generous and helpful to the Tavern League and this community. His business has been open for 46 years before he closed it down for health problems. If he says he's gonna have it up and running in 60 days, I totally believe that he'll do that and wants to do that. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there, that he's a good guy, and he's a guy that would get it done if he says he's gonna get it done. So,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Anyone else care to speak on this? Motion to close the floor by Alder Stevens.
Second.
Second by Alder Vanderleest. Gentlemen, what are your wishes? Motion to approve by Alder Stevens.
Second.
Second by Alder Vanderleest. I think I'm on board with this. If something should happen in another health turn or whatever and you can't do it, the city may then go through the process of revoking you. But, we'll give you the chance and see what happens, and good luck with the sale and everything else, and stay healthy.
Thank you for trying.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Anything else? You good? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously.
$29.
29, yep, I gotta get down there. Consideration with possible action on a renewal application for the 2019-2020 liquor license year for Class B combination license application by Confetti's Inc. at 2017 East Walnut Street. Staff and Alder Stevens will.
So Law Department has a number of concerns about this property, but none of them rise to the level of anything that would subject it to non-renewal. And so at this time, we're not going to object, but I think it is important for you guys to be aware of what's going on, so that if there are additional issues, it's important to be sure that those are on record. So I'll let you address those, but again, there's no objection at this time.
Confetti's is not an establishment that's open weekly or whatever. They seem to be open every 30 days. They open up periodically. The last time they opened up, there was an event there where we heard there was a fight there. We were never notified of it. It was the one time they were open. It was the same entertainment company that used to be at El Presidente, was over at Confetti's running an event. So we're concerned that the problem from El Presidente might make their way over to Confetti's. They did have an event scheduled where they were gonna offer tattoos. I don't know if they were gonna be free, but they had an event for tattoos, which would have been some serious health code violations. That same event, I believe they were gonna allow minors in the bar. They were gonna go dry until 11 o'clock and allow minors in the bar. These events didn't occur. I don't know why it got canceled, but it was something that was publicized that we were aware of, that we were gonna take enforcement action. Our community police officers, Shoni Carlson and Solomon Harris, worked that area quite a bit. They'd be able to fill you in anymore if you had any more questions about Confetti's.
Question?
So at this point, I guess the few things that you mentioned there, they actually didn't occur.
The fight did occur, these other events didn't occur. Our concern is the entertainment company that seems to advertise for them is one that whenever they hold an event, it always seems there's fights going on, drugs, over-serving going on. So we were concerned about that. Yes, these events didn't happen, but I believe they were open 2 weeks ago. And from what I've been told, there was a disturbance inside the bar that we were not made aware of. I realize bars have the right to do that, but we also knew the entertainment company that put on the event was one that we've had issues where they don't call us because they don't want to lose, in my opinion, working at that bar to make money. So we're just concerned that this might escalate. So yes, it doesn't rise to the level of non-renewal, it's just we're concerned.
So are there any violations on that property right now?
None right now, no.
Yeah, is there anybody here to talk on behalf of?
Motion to open the floor.
Second.
Oh, I can't see him.
I second it.
No, oh, yeah.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Do this to sign somewhere.
Yep. And if you could state your name and your address for the record.
Sure. Daniel Hakes, the address is 8720 F Switch Road, Antigo, Wisconsin. I'll zip this off. I'm the owner of the license, or the agent on it. And then I also have a couple people that work for me that are with me today.
Michael Weber, 813 Posey Court, Howard, 54313. Worked for Dan for about 10 years at Confetti.
Let's get the whole everybody in.
Scott Vanadestein, 2410 Hampton Avenue. I'm currently working with Dan.
Okay. The reason we come up here is that I know a couple of weeks ago, Scott had met with the two officers, and about 3 weeks ago, we canceled this group. We only had them in, for how many weeks? 4 weeks, maybe? 3 to 4
3.
weeks. And we realized that they were mischief, so we got rid of them. So that's why these events didn't happen. Nothing's happened for the last 3 weeks with them, so. Got something to add, Scott?
With the fight, I broke it up. When I walked the guy out, there was an officer sitting out front. So I assumed somebody called.
Yeah, it was broke up within 5 minutes, so there was no realistic way we were gonna call the police and waste taxpayers' money while he was breaking it up. And it wasn't an all-out brawl, it was a bunch of arguing, but they were there in that particular case, and he mentioned it to the officers that they were there, so immediately when we were there, bringing them outside. Otherwise, we'd have called them if they're walking down the road and fighting just so we can continue it on the streets.
But that entertainment company is no longer,
And they were with us for three or 4 weeks, that was it. They were
they're
obviously
no
good.
longer,
figured
we don't
that
even
one
want
out.
them around.
They
Sounds like we don't either.
No.
And I missed a bunch of that.
They owe us a lot of money, but we just got rid of them because of the mischief. It wasn't worth even fighting for the money. Just got them out of there.
Any questions?
And currently you're open is there a rhyme or reason to when you open, how you open?
No, we open for events, we open for private parties, we open for anytime somebody wants us to open. It's not a specific every Saturday night that we open or every Friday night. We've got a concert coming up next weekend. Next weekend, the 9th?
No.
Okay, 2 weekends from now. But anyway, so it's just something, if something will come up, or if there's birthday parties, we stay within the rules of the ordinance, we're aware of it. And
So you're operating more or less like a kind of a private event
it's
type
an
of
event,
facility?
an event facility.
Yeah, okay.
And our goal, we're working with couple different nonprofit organizations to turn it over into a theater pretty soon in the city. So hopefully that'll happen quick, but it just depends on how fast they work on getting it together, so.
Okay.
All right.
Now, I missed staff's report. Is there any concerns that staff brought up that they need to address with,
Like I said, I'll take them at their word that they're not going to use the entertainment company that we have concerns about that seems to
oh, it's
cause-
entertainment, that was the big, okay.
That causes the issues.
And we are not objecting to renewal at this time, we just wanted to make the committee aware of the concerns that we've seen.
Yep. Well, I will entertain, is there anything else you could add? I will entertain a motion to close the floor. Got that, entertain. Get that? Motion by Alder Stevens,
Second.
second by Alder Johnson, all in favor?
Aye.
Floor is now closed. Gentlemen,
Motion to approve.
motion to approve by Alder Vanderleest. Second by Alder Stevens, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, that passes unanimously. Thank you. E, informational, my favorite part. Liquor violation report from the police department for April 29th, 2019.
During this time, we had no citations, but we did issue one written warning for a disorderly house to an establishment. Hopefully they got the message with that.
Okay. Don't want to mention. That's fine.
Would you like to know which one? I believe it was in the packet. Did they give it? I don't know if they did.
Oh. Okay, yep. Yep, all right. Any questions? Anything else?
Nope.
Thank you very much. I'll take a motion to receive and place on file. So moved by Alder Vanderleest, seconded by Alder Stevens. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That passes unanimously. I think we should sing some songs before we adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Alder Johnson.
Second.
Seconded by Alder Vanderleest. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That passes unanimously. We are out of here. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it all. Thanks, Vanessa.
Why is this gentleman and Vanessa?
Because she's not a gentleman.
Gentleman's a lady.
Oh.
Gentleman and lady.
Well, if it had been